Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to another Healing 101. And in this Healing 101, as the thumbnail said, we're going to be exploring your heart chakra of yours. Now, in past 101s over the last couple of months, I started in the root and have progressively gone up your chakra system. I felt that it was important that we started off and kept going. And by the end of the year, we're going to be at that crown, the 7th chakra. Your heart chakra is essentially, as it is the 4th chakra, is your central chakra in your system. It is a very impactful chakra. They're all important. They all have their own areas of remit. However, our heart chakra really impacts us because this is where we're dealing with those sads, those fearfuls, those happies, those, you name it. It's our feeling center. Yes, our sacral does a lot with emotion. It helps us regulate. This is kind of where we feel it, that heartache. And it's not surprisingly that the main issue and topic that your heart chakra works with is love and relationships. That heart center, we're really driven by it a lot. So our heart chakra, now it's depending on the person, it's usually a green color. However, some people, depending on how visual you are, may see it as a green to pink, a pink to green, or possibly even a pink. For the sake of consistency, the majority of people that I see on the 3rd dimensional chakra system, it is usually a green color. We're going to keep it at the green, okay? So if I say green and you happen to be the small percentage that is pink, you can kind of swap the color section here, okay? So the color, it does not matter if it's a light shade, deep shade, in between shade. Whichever shade comes forward to you, it's correct for you. And when I say that, when you think of your heart chakra, what color comes to your mind? What do you see? They're usually a kind of a sphere or an orb. What color comes to your mind? Like I said, there's no right or wrong. Now, I know a lot of people, they see green and they're like, yeah, I don't really like green. I like pink better. It doesn't matter. It's more of us in our ego saying that it needs to be that color. Please don't get caught up in that because your ego will hyperfocus in on something that trivial. It's crazy what causes us a lot of frustration and has no meaning or relevance in the long run. But that green color, that heart chakra, that's where we're going to start. Our chakra system, each chakra has its own unique symbol. This is true for your heart chakra. This symbol helps us to connect in more fully with our heart chakra. Now, the name of this chakra, its meaning is unstuck. And I think that this is why the heart chakra is so important for us, is that many of us are feeling stuck. And our heart center, our heart chakra, really holds all that gunk, all that heaviness. Because the scales of love and hate, there's a lot in between it. Now, your heart chakra is more than just that love and relationship. It impacts a lot. So I'm going to list them here. It deals with your thalamus, your heart, your chest, your liver, your lungs, and your circulation system. And I've said this in past videos, some of these are connected in with other chakras as well. Something like your liver or your circulation system, it is connected into other chakras as well. It kind of shares it. So know that it does impact it. And just like the other chakras, those 2 chakras above and below really impact your heart. So your heart, of course, below it, we talked about this last month, is your solar plexus. And then above it, Of course, we have your throat chakra. And again, when one is struggling, usually the others follow suit. So if you're having problems with your throat, your heart chakra will be struggling. If you're having problems with your solar plexus or anything below, again, you could and will be struggling. When the system's off, it all starts to kind of come apart there. So knowing that your chakra system is all connected, what does it look like when it's your heart chakra that is struggling the most? Your chakra can spin too slow, so it's sluggish and gunky. When that happens, you have that feeling of rejection or fear of rejection. You kind of get into that pity party a bit. You feel like everybody's out to hurt you or get you. You feel unworthy of love. What's more, you can and sometimes do search out relationships or have multiple people in our lives that just take from you. You give them your love without anything in return. Now, if it's spinning too quick, so your heart chakra is just a going, this is when you become possessive. And some people can become very abusive in their relationship, or they're withholding love or trying to punish a person for not doing or loving them as they feel they should. You become overly dramatic. Everything becomes a woe is me, look at me. And of course, you become over eager in sharing your love with any and everybody. It's just a go fest, which is common, especially with a lot of the chakras. As they're spinning quicker, you need to go faster and faster because you have this energy to burn. Unfortunately, because it's only in one chakra or a couple chakras, the other chakras, they're crying out for that energy. So that's where you get the system problems. Now, physically, when your heart chakra isn't working too well, you find that you have those very shallow breaths. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that those shallow breaths only feed that ego reactivity center, that rudimentary brain. Keeps us alive for sure, but it doesn't help us stay in that frontal cortex to problem solve, to think things through. Additionally, you can find that your blood pressure spikes and that your heart starts to pump faster and faster. So it is important that we do really be mindful of where those energies are and how they're impacting not only our emotional self, but our physical self as well. Now, saying all this, let's look at how you can work with your heart chakra so that you can start to take control of that system of yours. Now, of course, an easy first step is working with that symbol. This symbol really helps you to connect with that heart chakra, especially if you're not into that visualization. If that third eye is still really creaky and closed, if visualization isn't your thing, this will give you a focal point that is connected to your heart chakra. Now, of course, anything green, guys. It's not that hard. Yes, you can use pink as well if pink is more your thing. However, that green really connects in to that heart chakra. So for those tools that you may have right at hand, and guys, when I say these tools, these are a list of things that can work. Other things may work as well. These are things that you probably have readily at home. Because I'm a crystal girl, let's start off with the crystals. Well, anything green, let's be honest. Matcholite is a fantastic first start, as that is a really healing crystal. Things like green jade, emerald, green aventurine. Like I said, there are so many green crystals that you can choose that will work really well with your heart chakra. Now, of course, I couldn't leave this section off without talking about rose quartz. This is a fantastic support for your heart chakra. This crystal works with love, and that's exactly what we're working on. And if you are starting off with crystals and you're not too sure what to start off with, of course, we're going to go with that clear quartz. You can put it on a green cloth. You can, of course, print off that beautiful heart chakra symbol. Place your clear quartz right on top of it, and it'll amplify your energies, amplify that connection with your heart chakra. Now, of course, my essential oils / herb category, rose. Fantastic and easy thing to find, whether it be a rose from your garden, a rose from a store, a rose essential oil. It's easy to find. It does connect in here. It connects in with that kind of that flower of love. So it hits a lot of boxes. Other flowers and kind of leafy plants, bergamot. Fantastic and easy to find. Most grocery stores and pharmacies carry that as an essential oil. Melissa leaf, which is kind of got a cinnamony kind of scent to it. If you can't find Melissa leaf, it may be a little bit harder or more expensive. Go with the rose or the bergamot, easy ones to acquire and use. Just remember, guys, with essential oils, you never want to use the concentrated 100% oil bottle on your skin. Always have a carrier oil to start to break it up a bit. So easy ones to find in your kitchen. Olive oil is fantastic. It's good for your skin, and it will carry that essential oil really well. So let's continue on in those leafy green stuff and go into the herbs, stuff that you can incorporate into your cooking and meals. So cayenne, adding that spice, adding that flair and zhuzh into that romance. Something like marjoram, basil, thyme. Those three are an easy one to find. They are in every grocery store, and you can add them into different recipes. They're very versatile. You can also add in jasmine into both your cooking and into that essential oil list to add in, again, more of that floral scent and taste. Now, going on to food, vegetables. Raw vegetables are the best, but any vegetables are great. And of course, anything green. And of course, you can add in those flares of pink to work with that heart chakra on multiple levels. Now, getting away from that food, other things that can help you work with that heart chakra. Let's start with one of my favorites, the high vibrational beings. Not surprisingly, the two archangels that come to mind to me right away, Archangel Raphael. Not only does he come in on that green energy, he works with that healing, which our heart center needs, big time. And then also Archangel Chamuel, who happens to come in on that pink hue and works with that love. So again, working on that heart chakra on multiple levels. And yes, don't be afraid to call in both of them because they work well together. Actually, all the archangels work well together. Other things that you can work with, of course, is sound. So if you're a sound person, you want to work at the YAM, Y-A-M frequency at 639 hertz. Again, this can be easily acquired and found on the internet. Now, for my friends who like to do altars and candle work, of course, anything green or pink. And please remember that those birthday candles work amazing for a little bit of flame for a big impact. Plus, they're easy to find and they're not overly expensive. And finally, we're going to end it off on touch. Touch is the sense that really connects in with our heart chakra. So things like massage, holding someone's hand, and of course, hugs. Amazing, amazing connection into that heart center. Your heart chakra is your central chakra in your system. Many of us struggle with it the most because that's where our heartache and pain hides and lives. Take time, have patience, and enjoy working with your heart chakra. It's one that really does need a little bit of extra TLC. Additionally, when you're working with it, be aware that you may niggle some of that heartache and pain. If that's the case, what you need to do is ground yourself, breathe, and release that pain. If it's too much, stop what you're doing. You don't want to traumatize yourself. You don't want to relive anything. You just want to heal you. It's going to be important that you give yourself that time, give yourself that space, and take it slow with your heart chakra, because again, it does hold a lot of that pain. Now, next week, I will be publishing a healing for that heart chakra. Another fantastic tool to work with this amazing chakra. I want to thank you for joining me today and exploring your heart chakra with me. I hope that this helped you broaden your understanding of your heart chakra. Now, if you did enjoy this little session, please remember to give it a thumbs up, as it does help people find me on the sea of YouTube. More importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. Like I said, I've got lots coming forward. You don't want to miss any of it. So subscribing and hitting that bell lets you know when I'm live and when I've posted. Now, if you enjoyed this session and you want to help me out a little bit, I do have a Patreon page where I also help my Patreons out a little bit more there as well. So it's a win-win situation. I've provided a link below, so why not go check it out? Again, I want to thank you for joining me and opening yourself up to some insight into your heart chakra. I hope that this helps you really connect in and love you. Until tomorrow, my friends.